كالطير أغناها وقد جابت سماء. كم مرة عصف الأنين بداخلي، كم مرة قد ذاق.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are everyone doing today? It's Brother Hajj. Alhamdulillah, our team is expanding. We have got many more brothers involved who are, professional graphic designers. And we have many brothers with different strengths that are coming together and joining the Bro Hajj team. Walillah alhamdulillah, we're in a very, very good place. Now, this particular video, it's different to the series that we've got ongoing. So we've got the Karbala series that's ongoing. And we've got the Abu Bakr and Umar radiallahu anhuma series that is ongoing as well. Now, let's present a hadith. Before I present the Shia narrative, we have here Imam Ahmad's Musnad. That it says, when the believing slave is about to depart this world and enter the hereafter, they come down to him from the heaven angels with white faces like the sun, and they sit around him as far as the eye can see. They bring with them shrouds from paradise and perfume him, until he said, describing the state of the believer in the grave. So it's all about the believer in the qabr. So the hadith is very lengthy, but I'm just going to summarize it. And as you see from the screenshot, it says that at the end of the hadith, it says, then there comes to him a man with a handsome face and handsome clothes and a good fragrance, who says, receive the glad tidings that will bring you joy this day. He says, who are you? Meaning the person in the grave is asking, who are you? Your face is a face which brings glad tidings. He says, oh Lord, hasten the hour so that I may return to my family and my wealth. Okay, this is from Imam Ahmad in his Musnad. So you see that in the grave, there will be a person that comes, giving glad tidings. And this individual is basically his a'mal, his good deed. That وَإِنَّ الْقُرْآنَ يَلْقِيَ صَاحِبَهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. On the day of judgment, the Quran will meet its companion when his grave is open for him, in the form of a pale man. Okay, it is said to him, do you recognize me? He will say, I do not recognize you. أَنَا صَاحِبُكَ الْقُرْآنِ. That I am your companion, the Quran, who keeps you thirsty on hot days and keeps you awake at night. And the hadith carries on. He says his parents will be rewarded with priceless garments, as the hadith carries on. And then it says at the end of the hadith, it states that ثُمَّ يَقَالَ لَهُ اقْرَؤُ وَاسْعَدْ فِي دَرَجَةِ الْجَنَّةِ. He says that he will continue to recite. Then it will be said to him, recite and ascend in the degrees of paradise. And he will continue to ascend as long as he recites, either at a fast pace. So basically, as you can see from Imam Ahmad's Musnad, the companions are going to enter the grave, which are the a'mal, and in Yawm al-Qiyamah will be a pale man, which will be the Quran that he recited, and he will be rewarded for the Quran that he obviously, that the time he spent in the Quran, and his parents will be rewarded as well. That there's many good a'mal that you can do. You could recite the Quran, there's Salat, there's dhikr. There's a lot of a'mal that one can do to attain, the intercession for your a'mal, for your good deeds on Yawm al-Qiyamah. Now, what have the Shia introduced or invented or fabricated to the Imams? What a'mal or what particular aspect of faith supersedes all of these good deeds? Salat, zakah. These are good deeds that you could do, to attain the intercession that is required. Now, the Shia have introduced a companion that will come into the grave, which is better than all of the a'mal. Now, a companion in the grave, according to an authentic Shia narration, supersedes all of the good a'mal that one can think of. The salat, the siyam. One belief is superior than all of these deeds. You must be thinking, Hajj, what are you going on about? Okay, let's present. This is المحاسن of المحدث الجليل الثقة. Look at the title they're giving this individual. This individual's name, البرقي. Okay, البرقي. And in an authentic narration, so let's read this narration to you, and this will shock a lot of you. How they've downgraded salat, downgraded siyam, downgraded all the best deeds that one can think of. So let's now present this narration. Okay, so let me read the chain narrated for these rawafid so they can check it themselves. So it's narrated from Abdurrahman bin Abi Najran, and it's narrated by Ahmad bin Muhammad bin Abi Nasr and Asim bin Hamid and Abi Bصير. So here's the chain of narration for you. So the chain of narration is there for you. Go check it. It's authentic. So don't come crying back to me and say, well, Hajj doesn't present it. Narrated from one of the two. So it's narrated by one of the two, meaning the fifth Imam or the sixth Imam, Imam Baqir alayhi salam or Imam Jafar alayhi salam. So he says, قال إذا مات العبد المؤمن دخل معه في قبره. That when a believing servant or a believer dies, 6 images enter along with him into his grave. So you see, similar to the narration in Imam Ahmad's Muslim. And then he carries on, he mentions, and among these is an image which is the most beautiful of them in face, well built of the bodies, the most beautiful fragrance, and the cleanest of images. Okay, so then he carries on, he says, so an image poses on his right, and another on his left, and another in front of him, and another behind him, and another by his feet, and the one which is the most beautiful of these poses by his head. So just keep that in mind, the most beautiful poses by his head. So if he's approached by anything bad from his right, which is on his right, prevents it. Such is the case from all 6 sides. So regardless from what side it is, he's covered. Okay, then the Imam alayhi salam says, the most beautiful of these images says, Man antum, jazakumullahu anni khayran. So it says, who are you? May Allah reward you with good. So the one on the right side, okay, says, Ana Salat, I am the prayer. Okay, so the one on the right says, I am the prayer. وَتَقُولُ التي عن يساره. And then it's asked to the person on the left, who are you? And he says, Ana zakat, I am the zakat, I am the charity. And then he says, وَتَقُولُ التي بين يديه. And then that which is in front of him says, Ana siyam, I am the fasting. وَتَقُولُ التي خلفه. Then it says to the one behind him, Ana al-Hajj wal-Umrah, I am Hajj and Umrah. Okay, so you see, first the Salat, then the Zakat, then the fast, then the Hajj and Umrah. Then all of these images, okay, all say in unison, who are you? Okay, Man anta. So you notice at the start, they said there were 6 images, and among them, there's an image which is the most beautiful of them. So I'm going to get your direction, I'm going to get your attention back to the start of the hadith, okay, where it states, when the believer dies, إذا مات العبد المؤمن دخل معه في قبره. That when a servant dies, 6 images enter with him. Is one with the most beautiful of the face, well built of the body, most scented fragrance, and the cleanest of the images. So the 5 have already introduced themselves, okay? So the 5 are the Salat, the Zakat, etc. etc. These images, obviously these 5 images have introduced themselves to each other. But the 6th one hasn't. Who is this deed that's the most beautiful amongst them? They ask now the 6th image, and they say, Man anta, who are you? Because they all are asking in unison. He says, for you are the most beautiful of faces, the most scented of the fragrances, and the most well built of the body. So this image is the cream of the crop. It's better than the Salat, it's better than the Zakat, it's better than the righteousness that he did with his brother, and it's better than the Hajj and Umrah. So that image responds back. And what does he say? I am the Wilayah of the progeny of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Okay, so this Wilayah is the most best image that accompanies the individual in the grave. So it supersedes the Salat, supersedes the fast, it supersedes the Hajj and the Umrah, it supersedes Zakat. The Wilayah in the grave is the best companion. The Wilayah supersedes all of the good deeds that are known to a Muslim. And funny enough, the Quran's not even in here. The Quran is not even in here. So the Wilayah, which comes with the most beautiful face, the most scented of the fragrances, the most built body, this Wilayah is more superior and is the best companion in the qabr than the Salat, subhanallah al-azim. It's better than the Zakat, it's better than the Hajj and the Umrah, it's better than being good to your brothers. The Wilayah, okay, the Wilayah. So Al-محاسن, and it's also in Bihar al-Anwar. It's an authentic narration. So what do you have to say about this? Ya ayyuhal rawafid. What do you have to say about this? Are you going to come out publicly now and accept this narration? No way on God's green earth, no way on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's green earth that the noble Imam, or one of the two, because he says one of the two, 5th or the 6th, have said this. None of them have said this. Pure family is free from you and your likes. And we're going to expose this consistently. There's many more blasphemous narrations like this. So what do you do now? It's an authentic narration from Imam. Are you going to come out publicly and accept it now? Are you going to come out publicly now and accept it? It's authentic narration. Okay, it's authentic narration. What more do you want from me? Your whole religion is kufr. Disbelief. Allah Allah and His Messenger have not legislated this. The noble Imams are free from your filth. So to summarize, the Wilayah is more superior than Salat. The Wilayah is more superior than Zakat. The Wilayah is more superior than Hajj and Umrah. The Wilayah is more superior than fasting. And the Wilayah is more superior than doing righteousness to your brothers. Sickening. What a cult that you ascribe to. So we've got many more to present. Don't you worry about it. Hajj, I've been doing this now for nearly a year. I'm telling you now, I'm just getting warmed up. So rest assured, you can respond back to me. No problem. At the end of the day, you want to defend your cult, be my guest. But believe you me, the Bro Hajj team is expanding. The Bro Hajj team is expanding bigger than I ever thought. Jazakumullah khairan to all the brothers. Barakallahu feekum. You know who you are. I don't need to mention no names. There's too many of you. I can't express my gratitude to you guys enough. You guys support me. You know, we have conversations every day. You know who you are. So may Allah reward you all. Inshallah, many more to come. Subscribe on my channel, Bro Hajji. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook as well. وصلى الله على نبينا محمد.
كالطير أغناها وقد جابت سماء. كم مرة عصف الأنين بداخلي. كم مرة قد ذاق